Howdy, varmints. I'm Toe of Twilight Z, the rootinest, tootinest bean slinger this side of the Bourne Springs. And we're back with some West of Loathing Wednesday. I still had some gas left in the tank after the Skyrim stream, so we're West of Loathing Wednesday is back on. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So let's get into it. Now remind me where we were uh, about to get our butt kicked for doing this stupid accent impression, whatever. Actual accent isn't stupid, but doing an impression probably, I don't know, I'm probably not doing it justice. Anyways, so we got our spider pants. Where have we been? We've been to Fort Cowardice, talked to the goblin. We've been to the Daveyard and done everything there. Stearns Ranch, yeah. Snake Pit Mine. We got our pickaxe, right? Yeah. How much money do we got? We got some good money, but not enough. Oh, we got our shaker of saltpeter. We should probably turn that in. Mary Stern's diary. Anything else I'm forgetting to do? Susie Cochran. I'm gonna do some shopping. You need anything, Trailmix? Nah, I'm good. Susie says you should take care of the house and desert bandits. Uh, Negatorio. Another suggestion. Told the bartender the Jewel Saloon and Dirt Water that you tried to fix their broken piano player. Oh, I have needles and moxie now. Or mysticality. Ask for another suggestion. Saltpeter. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. You find a crate of supplies bound for a nearby army fort. Looks like it fell off the wagon, or the driver fell off the wagon and was too drunk to strap it down. In any case, it looks like it got knocked open by the fall. See what's inside. You fish through the crate and help yourself to its military contents. It's not like those army cowards have any use for it back east in their coward hidey holes. Military grade whiskey. An incendiary bullet. You know, I think I'm going to move back to my, what was I going to say? To my office streaming setup. Because I was streaming my PS4 on my couch, but my couch isn't a very good place to do the computering. First, let's fix this piano player. Confangled, blasted. Ah, I see what's wrong. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, giving all the blinking and springing and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to listen to the nice, normal music. I'd offer you. Howdy, Toa. Anything I can get for you? Hey, Lloyd. I fixed the piano player for you. I thought so. He sounds so much better. Thanks a heap. Oh, I'd offer you a free room in exchange, but you already got one. Heh, no worries, Lloyd. Need any help with anything? Nope, everything's right here. If you're looking for work, you might ask the jailhouse. Alright, but yeah, let's go to the be right back screen, because I've got one of those. While you can listen to the beautiful sound of the properly working piano player. Piano player. Alright, you little varmints. I do hope that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel on Toe of Twilight Zekai to check out my VODs, to my Twitch at Toe of Z to get notifications when I go live, and Toe of Twilight on Twitter to find out about my schedule changes. Now let's get back into it. Alright, so I have saltpeter that needs to be delivered to the kitchen. Okay, have you got that saltpeter yet? Yep, got it right here. That's the stuff. Thanks. Okay, the next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called a murder pepper because it's really spicy, because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask dumb questions. They grow in the area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around a while. Okay. Sell some stuff. Hot coffee. I don't see myself using that. A length of rope is always good. A full canteen puts out fires. That can be useful. Silver bullet. I can turn that into shit. Chili looks kinda good though. I don't think so. Oh, I should go to the silver plater. Not the silver plater, the silver smith. Uku takes a weird turn somewhere, and you find yourself completely surrounded by old, dead trees. Where are you? Continue. A gray mist closes in on you as Puku marches confidently forward towards the gnarled and ancient forest. You shudder. Keep going. Puku stops. Through the fog ahead, you see a shape. You dismount to investigate, and it reveals itself to be the shape of a pedestal, topped with the shape of a book. Take the book. A chill runs down your spine as you touch the book. You got an item. Introductory Next Mix. This black-covered book, written in black ink on black paper, is a primer in the arts of southwestern necromancy, otherwise known as necromancy. Gives the grin skull effect. This seems like it is probably dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Yes. Okay, it's your funeral. Whatever, Grandma. You cannot see the words on the pages, but you can nevertheless read them. Your mind becomes stained with grim secrets. Grin skull. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. You got a skull. Grin skull. Skulls are scary, and ghosts are scary. So you know it would be a double scary? Yes, you do. Yay, I get to weaponize ghost skulls. Make 2 silver bullets out of the wedding ring. Make a fuck ton of needles. I don't need no silver bullets to kill me any varmints. You catch a whiff of something that makes your eyes water. You trace it to its source. A vivid colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southeast western murder pepper that feller at the jewel was looking for. Grab it. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. You toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. This incredibly spicy pepper only grows in a narrow region of the west. Oh, it only grows around dirt water because dirt water is in the southeast of the west. That makes sense. Did you find me a murder pepper? Yeah, here it is. Ah, nice big one. That'll last a while. Good going. Okay, so if you're still looking for stuff to do, I need someone to go check my mail. I ordered a new saute knife, but I haven't got time to go fetch it myself. Here's the key to my post office box. P.O. Box 441. Open box 441. You open the box and a torrent of junk mail falls out to reveal a knife just sitting loose in the box. You pick it up. Sauté knife. Even though you're holding it, you're still pretty sure there's no such thing as a sauté knife. Anyway, it's too thin to use as a weapon, so it's not even worth stealing. Yeah, so I realized I didn't check to see if there was anything worth buying when I was here. I'll see you later, Lloyd. Oh, it has two L's, just like his name. That's fun. Have you got my knife? Yep, here you go. Excellent. This will work a lot better than the hammer I was using. I'm sorry, what? You were sauteing with a hammer? Okay, I only need one more favor from you, but it's the most important. I used to have this recipe for a very secret jerk sauce, but my jerk friend Dave J. stole it from me, and then he died and took the secret to his grave. Literally, I mean, he was buried with it. You want me to dig up his grave? He's dead, he won't mind. Well, okay. Something tells me that this guy is going to be even more of a jerk than he was letting on. Shaggy Dog Cave. Oh, that's going to be fun. Dave B. Dave C. Dave J. Rapapapow. You dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag? Strange. Reach inside. You reach in the garbage bag and are surprised to find that it's full of pudding? No, not just pudding. It's pudding and motor oil. Who would do this? I I don't know what this is a reference to. You find you finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve a silent lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off, then wash your arm in a nearby ditch. This better be worth it. Dave's secret sauce recipe. Just combine these ingredients in a small pot, stir, and abracadabra. Rapapow. Rapapow. Take this back to the shaft of the jewel and dirt water. Off the trail shoulder, you see some ancient petroglyphs carved into a rock. Translate them. They seem to translate to, "My first is the first of a burning coal." Intriguing. You gain 10 XP. Ooh. You got that recipe yet? The one my jerk friend Dave J took to his grave? Yeah, I got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. It fell in the slop, but it's still good. Sloppy chef's hat. This is the hat of a chef who was apparently not a good enough chef to not cook his hat. All in a day's work. Yeah, it can only be an improvement. How much unspent XP do I have right now? Not enough to increase lockpicking. Or outfox, and really anything. 10 spooky damage, 10 hot damage. Alright, so yeah, screw it. We're just gonna go for the basic. Balanced. Alright. I didn't really get any money out of that, unfortunately. I don't think there's any money to get in Shaggy Dog Cave, but we'll try anyway. As you're riding along, you see some braided fuses sticking out of a nearby rock. Investigating it more closely, you see that somebody drilled a hole in the rock and inserted a bunch of dynamite, but apparently lost interest and wandered away without setting it off. Or maybe they were just out of matches. Take the dynamite. The lack of follow through is your gain. So if I recall, for the House in the Desert gang, I need a bone, some oil, and a lock. Well, at least I got some coffee out of it, or beer out of it. What's that worth? Ooh, increases my maximum HP. I'll take that. That beer you drank is imbued with the natural hardiness of a cactus. Oh yeah, and I get XP from the gunman or shot glass. It's your partner. Shaggy Dog Cave? Who picks the names for these places? Seems like maybe they started running out of ideas. The next one will be Several Birds Cave. Some kind of horse cavern. Or pig or whatever gorge. A pig or whatever gorge. It's your partner. Some fellow was real into plaques. Think they're important? Only one way to find out. There's a plaque bolted to the wall here. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Plackwright. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Having acquired through various and sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but perhaps better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Hole Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Plackwright, along with 3 companions, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware, my own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large shaggy dog, and a butt-for. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the local saloon and each ordered a beer, except Sai, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we cared to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dove Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions, which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagons. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt-for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from the one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nate and Cy, after drawing a lot of lots, to share. Flag. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt for, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more tolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months, rather than the far more intolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert images, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I'll not be retelling here for reasons of length. Oh, now you care about length. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours out of dirt water, when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a small metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quality of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our other tools. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman, who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination, and we replied that we were looking for Shaky Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were headed in the right course, and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed, and continued on our way. Some time later we encountered a large adobe hut, occupied by two identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar given that there were 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butt for, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. So wait, they didn't need a butt for? There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed it and shared the egg we had saved from our basket that had been stolen in dirt water. Once we rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered that antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and there was no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave, and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discovered the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Cy, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Cy's shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusting iron padlock, which broke easily with a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Colt Jr. Joyous at our triumph, we loaded the chest into our wagon and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Prockwright. What the hell? Okay. Something is wrong with my mouse. Oh, no, I had my finger on the mouse pad. Heh, that's embarrassing. Alright. In its original sense, a shaggy dog story or yarn is an incredibly long-winded anecdote characterized by extensive narration of typically irrelevant incidents and terminated by an anticlimax. Shaggy dog stories play on the audience's preconceptions of joke telling. The audience listens to the story with certain expectations, which are either simply not met or met in some other entirely unexpected manner. A lengthy shaggy dog story derives its humor from the fact that the joke teller held the attention of the listeners for a long time. Such jokes can take 5 minutes or more to tell, for no reason at all, as the long-awaited resolution is essentially meaningless, with the joke as a whole playing upon human search for meaning. The nature of the delivery is reflected in the English idiom "spin a yarn," by way of analogy with the production of yarn. That was according to Wikipedia, and according to TV tropes, a Shaggy Dog story is a plot with a high level of build-up and complicating action, only to be resolved with an anticlimax or ironic reversal, usually one that makes the entire story meaningless. The term comes from a type of joke, called Gildersum in the meaning of lift, that works the same way. A basic premise, a long amount of build-up, and a deliberately underwhelming punchline. The best and most famous of these jokes is the Cheerio joke, which is a potentially hours-long story ending in the main character going to get some punch and finding that there is no punchline. So basically, the story here is a Shaggy Dog story. The story of Shaggy Dog Cave is a Shaggy Dog story because it has no pun. It has no purpose. There's no treasure. Knowing the story does not help you in any way for the entire rest of the game, and you basically wasted your entire time reading a very long-winded story with a lot of irrelevant details. I hope you enjoyed our session in Shaggy Dog Cave. Just kidding, we're gonna play some more of the game. Man, this is a long cave. I'm not going all the way back there. Um, is there anything else left to do in this general area? You find a flyer for a dynamite store up north. It's charred around the edges like it got blown here by an explosion. Oh, that's nice. You mark the address down on your map. Dynamite stands, discount dynamite dare house. Go there. Dang, this place don't seem real safe. At least we know the merchandise is genuine. So how much does a year's supply of dynamite cost? A lot. So that's one way to get the year's supply of dynamite for the main quest. But I don't think there's really anything else useful here. Let's go to the Butterfield Ranch. A nearby cloud of dust turns out to be a bandit on a horse, riding hell for leather for unknown reasons. Well, I know them, but you don't. You pull your horse up alongside hers and match her speed. Hi, what's up? Where's the fire? Get Panty and or lost. A Varmint on a horse, riding hell for leather. Warn her about riding too fast. Oh my goodness. How is this gonna work? You should be careful. There's a lot of geometric activity around here. What? The rest of her sentence is cut off as her horse trips over a gopher hole and it goes down in a snarl of flailing limbs and dust. You catch her meat crouch out of the air as miscellaneous loose possessions fly out of the tumbling cloud. Them's the breaks. Cool, I got some money. I didn't happen to catch how we got caught up in this fight. So this guy is probably a physical attacker. A frightening spider. Oh, he's gonna do this some spooky damage. That's a strong cow. I think some find out how much damage we do. Holy crap. And I did forget that it could attack Susie. What did the so that does not help at all. So the first thing the frightening spider did was a scary dance, reducing all my allies, but did it reduce mine? Susie hates cows. Go, Bean Golem. Oh no, the spider. Oh no, the shield, it does nothing. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. So the calf does 9 damage and the spider does 5 damage. At this point, it wouldn't. Um, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Killing the hell calf first would be better. Look at that health bar. Then again, I can also regenerate. This is going to be a long drawn out fight, isn't it? But we're nearing the conclusion. How much? So I have 25. They do about 15. I We're going to be cutting it close. I think if I use a med kit next turn. There's no such thing as critical hits here. Oh, I just shouldn't even need a med kit. I can. Oh, this isn't guaranteed to kill it though. There, that's better. Alright, and I got 17 hit points. So now things should be easy. I can heal about as fast as the spider can kill me. So I'll just keep firing my laser. It's nice that I don't run out of bullets. Yeah. Roasted cow tongue. A lot of people don't like the idea of eating something that can taste you back, and believe me, nothing about this particular cow tongue is going to change their mind. Increases your mysticality by 6 for the rest of the day. And extra thick leather. But I can't make anything out of that because I'm not a cow puncher. Cow tongue is extremely gross, and this tongue came from a literally demonic cow. Are you sure you want to eat this? Yes. You can't eat that because you're already too full. Ah. Well, later then. How close am I to upping my grit? I only have so much. How much does it take to upgrade foraging? Same amount as, or actually about half as much as lockpicking expertise. Ooh, a rope. Hey, a needle. Damn it. Damn them cows. I ain't gonna let them get away with this. Why do they do it, do you think? Ain't no reason, it's just what they do. Ascribing reason to these beasts is just hog feathers and duck feed. I don't know what that means, but you sound very enthusiastic about it. Doesn't this do extra damage to cows? We're about to find out. Although I don't want to lose my moxie, so maybe not. You notice some words carved into the side of the outhouse. Curly was here. Wait a minute. You recognize that name? Curly. Curly Butterfield. The legend of Curly's meat! Looks like this outhouse is worth investigating. So wait, this is the Butterfield Ranch. Does that mean Curly was here and died to the cows? Luckily, you don't actually have to actually go out inside the outhouse, because once you open the door, you find a map scratched onto the inside of it. The map reveals the location of a mine just west of the ranch, labeled Coal Ridge. You discover a new map location, Coal Ridge Mine. There's an inset map of the mine itself, with a big X scrawled between 3 triangular icons. So I need to dig between the 3 triangles. Okay, got it. To your horror, you see that every single cow in the Butterfield dairy herd is now an ungulith, an infertile cow spirit bound in stone. They're not dangerous unless you get near them. And they're pretty much infinite. The barn door is locked. I need to upgrade my lockpicking. Destroyed campsite. Go there. You notice a campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. Looks like the cows got another poor sap. No kidding, this place is a wreck. This knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. This knapsack... Oh, most of the contents are trash from being stomped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat, though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side, but you don't see the knife anywhere. Interesting. Nothing says quality like meat in a can, or rather, nothing claims quality like the label on a can of meat. The tent is a whole mess. It looks like it was trampled by a whole herd of cows. There's something odd about it, though. A more thorough inspection reveals dusty boot prints on the tattered canvas. Cows don't typically wear boots. Something of value left inside this knapsack. This campfire has been thoroughly stomped on and kicked. Someone was real serious about fire safety. That doesn't seem like something a cow would do. Ah, pointy. Dang it. Oof. Ow. Yow. Pointy. Yikes, you think maybe this used to be a person? There are cow tracks leading away from the mangled corpse. It probably wouldn't be hard to follow them. What a mess. Cows did this to a guy? I reckon so, judging from these tracks. But, what's wrong? Something about these tracks ain't quite right. What do you mean? They aren't spaced out right. They're uneven. Okay, what does that mean? I'd say either a cow that made these tracks is drunk, or it wasn't a cow that made them. Since you have reason to believe these tracks may be fake, you could either follow them or head in the opposite direction. You head in the opposite direction for about a half mile and discover another campsite, this one occupied. You observe the campers carefully from a distance before approaching. They're dressed weirdly in brightly colored baggy clothes and white face paint. Once you get closer, you realize they're dressed up as rodeo clowns. Gross. Why would they do that? There doesn't seem to be a rodeo happening anywhere near here. Leave well enough alone. So I know where the clown campsite is, but here's the thing. Clowns suck. So I want to get some silver. See, that's the thing. You can you can get silver bullets, but it's not as cost effective as getting your pistol plated in silver. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read property of Fort Alldead Library. Ooh. The bag is full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You do find one of specific interest to you, though. Advanced Beancraft Volume 1. Volume, let me see, L is 50, right? V is, yeah, because L is 50, C is 100, just because it stands for century. So 56. Ooh, Susie's got something for me. Hey there, Susie. Susie looks over her notes. I think there's another cat ranch in this area. Don't know nothing about it. It's pretty new. Okay, we'll take a look. Lazy A Dude Ranch. Oh boy. Thanks for the reminder. She reminded me that I don't have any side quests. Butterbean, a spell that reduces an opponent's muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Bean Wall. Cover from ranged attacks. Great Northern Blizzard. Ooh. So I don't plan on increasing my necromancy skill to the point where I learn the equivalent necromancy spell. Howdy. What can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm still for plater. I plate things with silver, you know. Oh, I thought your sign was. Never mind. It looks like it says the silver platter, but like with with one less T. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. I can plate that hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. This will enchant your hat to add one to your maximum 8 action points. Action points are pretty useful for a beanslinger, but maybe something else? I could plate your melee weapon, what you're using there. It'll do more damage that way. Increases the damage of your equipped melee weapon by 3, or even more against creatures that are vulnerable to silver. Maybe something else. I could plate your pistol, it'll do more damage. This will increase the damage of your equipped pistol by 3, or even more against creatures that are vulnerable to silver. That includes cows and clowns, by the way. Maybe something else? He looks through your pack and mouth. A turnip. That sounds like an interesting challenge. So, that's a fine looking tongue you got there. I could play at that for you for sure. My actual tongue? The one inside your head? My head? Yep. Well, maybe later. How much money do I have? So I have enough to play one thing, and I want to do extra damage to the bad guys. So the question is, I ate the bullet pie, so I have increased the pistol damage. And then I increase the pistol damage even more, or I can make my melee damage come to meet it. Let's increase the melee damage. Let's do the weapon. You hand him your weapon, and after a time, he hands it back, shiny and gleaming. Take your leave. Sorry, everybody, my lights just went out because I had my foot on the outlet. Funny, funny, funny. But playing video games in the dark is supposed to be bad for your eyes, and I just got a new prescription for my eyeglasses, so I don't want it to change too soon. Oh, did you know that August 10th is World Lion Day? That was yesterday, though. Alright, let's go kill some clowns. The sound of gunfire draws your attention, cautiously, to where you find a goblin shooting a large pistol at some boulders. With the sound of gunfire and pinging ricochets filling the area, the goblin doesn't hear you approach. You are to excusing me? Oh, yes, hello, what? Hello. The rocks, why to shooting them? For practices. The cracks in rocks, to shooting, for a crack shot. I to seeing. He's got a nice hat. The pistol, where are you getting that? I am making them out of things. To seeing it, can I? You inspect the pistol welded together out of scrap metal and are frankly amazed that it fires. Can I, to suggesting? Yes? Yes! If if you this rust removing, a gun better to shooting, I am thinking. I am agreeing, only how to? I could probably to cleaning with a magic, but for money. Sure, okay, I am to having that. The only rust removal spell you know is designed for cleaning corroded cookware, but it works well enough. The goblin, delighted, gives you some money. Cool. I mean, cleaning a gun can't hurt, so it's not like you actually cheated him. This rodeo clown is playing a harmonica. The tune he's playing basically goes do 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 do. Ain't been a ro- ain't been a real rodeo in these parts for nigh on 20 years. What are these fools doing dressed like that? Yeah, no kidding. Say hello. He nods politely but keeps playing. This rodeo clown is eating a comically large haunch of meat. He narrows his eyes at you as if to say mine. Mine. This clown is idly juggling a knife. Howdy, stranger. Howdy, stranger, he says with a smile. Converse. Howdy, stranger. Howdy. What are you guys doing out here? The clowns exchange glances. Camping? You can tell by the campfire. What I mean is, there's no rodeo or circus around here, so why are you guys in rodeo clown outfits? Oh, that. Our circus is up north. We're on break, so we decided to take in the sights. How far north is it? Oh, pretty far. Too far for you to worry about. No, really, how far? That's not very helpful. There we go. I wanted to see how long I've been streaming. No, really, how far? It's up near Goblin Gulch. Wow, that is really far north. Right, exactly. Too far. You walked all the way from here? Wh where is it exactly? Where is this circus exactly? Why would you even want to go there? Look, don't worry about it. Your unwillingness to tell me is strange. Whoever heard of a clown that didn't want people to go see his circus? The clown glances across at the clown with the harmonica, who shrugs. Well, partner, I was trying to save you from a long journey and all. But if you're sure, I'll be glad to mark it on your map for you. You discovered a new map location. Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. Thanks. Howdy, stranger. Nice knife. Thanks. It was a birthday present. Oh, was it your birthday for recently? The crown grins at you. Not my birthday, no. Really, dude? Could you be any more creepy? Howdy, stranger. Howdy. Do you know anything about that wreck camp nearby? The clown with the meat chuckles quietly. Somebody's camp got wrecked? Why, that's terrible. What happened? Well, it looks like the work of cows. You know, now that you mention it, we did hear quite a ruckus coming from not too far away. A lot of, moving and so on. Right, boys? The other two clowns nod in agreement. Well, you guys be careful. You guys know a lot about cows here, right? That's profiling, but let's go ahead. Now, why would you assume that? Just because we're clowns? Well, I figure it comes with the territory. It's been a good 20 years since a rodeo was an actual thing, you know? So why do you dress that way? Dress? Oh, well, it's traditional after all. Isn't it inconvenient? How do you mean? The makeup and the baggy clothes and all. And wait, don't you take the costume off between shows? Haha, well, you might say we're used to it. Taking it off would be more inconvenient, right, fellas? The other two clowns chuckle. Well, it must be hard to talk to people when they're all creeped out. Oh, do you think we're creepy? He leers at you, showing yellow teeth. In the flickering light of the campfire, they almost look pointed. Okay. Haha, relax, partner. That's just the old stories getting you worked up. You mean the old stories about how demon cows and demon clowns wage war against each other in hell? And rodeo clowns dressed like that because the rodeos were some sort of reenactments of those battles? You've done your homework. So what do you think? Are demon clowns real? I think I'm looking at one right now. Oh dearie dear. Well now, you go and say things like that. You know we can't let you leave here, right, stranger? Bring it, freak show. Why? Why do you have to laugh like that? And why am I still wearing the spider ring? That's my bad. Isn't my Oh, come on. I did plate my weapon, right? So apparently silver doesn't work on clouds. That kind of sucks. Mm, 18, 18. Bean Golem. I don't have enough AP to use this yet. I really should have plated my hat. Oh well. So this is the only guy who the armor isn't going to protect me against. The husky spider especially is more likely to attack me with muscle. Oh, he takes lots of damage. Okay. Whack! What are you laughing at? Ouch! Okay, yeah, we definitely want to kill this guy. But the question is... we can do about as much damage with our gun as we can with our spells. On all these motherfuckers. So, yeah, I think it's worth summoning an extra target. I mean, I like my meat shields within bullet blocking distance. Death! Die, clown. I guess building shelter would have helped. So the clown mook attacked the small bleeding golem for 10 damage. The knife clown attacked for 13 damage, so it's not that much different. A barrel is destroyed. I did not mean to do that. That was not good. Not a good move. No, not my bean daddy. Oh, you will pay for that. Your insolence. You will pay for it. Okay, I heal more damage than the spider does, so I'm not super worried about him. And light his ass up. Dust this bitch. Can I upgrade my blood beans ability, my regeneration? I could have whacked him with my knife, but that would have involved actually getting close to him, which I don't want to, because he's gross. Well, that's one pack of demonic rodeo clowns. You won't be troubling people anymore. And boy, you did not expect to be thinking that sentence today. Look through their stuff. Not a clown knife. The blade of this hunting knife is glistened with clown spit. Ugh, people who lick their knives to look intimidating are basically the worst people. You poke around their campsite for a bit, but don't find anything of value apart from the leader's knife and a ticket to the surface. Well, the harmonica maybe, but that clown had his lips all over it. You got an item, circus ticket. Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. Admit one, partner. You also find a note in one of the lead clown's pockets. Ew. It seems to be the orders to check out an abandoned tannery not far from Dirtwater. It's probably a bad idea to let these guys wander around near town, so maybe you should investigate. You discover a new map location, Danny's Tannery. Okay, but I don't think I can take more clowns than this. I mean, my silvered weapons probably will help against the cows in the tannery. Anyways, I think this is a good stopping point for the night. yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Uh, Again, you can check me out on uh, Twitch at Toe of Z. Where you can watch me live, and if you follow me, you'll get notifications, and that will be nice. Notifications are nice. Toe of Twilight on Twitter is where I tweet about any changes uh, in my streaming schedule, which is in flux due to not having a job at the moment. I got hired. Well, I may have gotten hired. I had an interview earlier this morning, which seemed to go well for a position that will be starting on the 22nd, which my schedule is going to be changing then if that happens. And then if you missed any part of this VOD or you want to check out my previous VODs to uh, West of Loathing, including the ones that Twitch uh, has stopped holding on to for happening, Twitch only holds on to your VODs for like 2 weeks or so. So if you want to watch VODs from earlier than that, you can check out on my YouTube on Toe of Twilight Z. And giving me a follow on all of those is going to be a great help. Like, again, I'm out of a job and I do want to be able to make this into like an extra source of income. So I do have a tip jar down at the bottom right of my Twitch page in the About section. If you want to click on that, you can send me a tip. Otherwise, following me will help me get to affiliate on Twitch faster, which will open up a lot more options for me to not only make money, but give back to the people who give me money. So, yeah,